to the new thing isn't global warming or isn't Ukraine or isn't COVID. Now it's the Muslims. And I don't like a lot of the stuff Israel's doing. I think they stood down. I think it was a false flag. I mean, I think real Islamicists attacked, but it was clearly money Biden sent. But what's the larger picture here with Harvard and the big universities endorsing this? We got a lot to talk about in the 45 minutes or so we've got him, and I'm going to cover some more news after he leaves us in this hour before the next guest joins us. But clearly we said another big war is coming. That's going to be the distraction from the COVID deaths, all the rest of it. And now they're trying to trigger a holy war. Obviously, you get boosted big on Twitter and everywhere else, Hotep, where you're already reaching millions a day if you got on the bandwagon. But clearly the establishment is trying to create some type of clash of civilizations here. Hotep Jesus, thank you for joining us, hotepjesus.com. And the people can also find you at Hotep Jesus on Twitter and menofhonor.com. So, Hotep, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Oh, absolute pleasure, Alex. So, yeah, so your take on Israel is pretty much similar to my take. Obviously, the timing is convenient. We have election season now here, a.k.a. grifting season. Nikki Haley has proven to be a supreme grifter herself after her comments on Fox last night. But what's the bigger story here? Well, first of all, the next distraction is to create something domestically, right? Create some sort of event domestically. Now, it's been happening in spurts here and there. You have protesters clashing. You have Grand Central Station being attacked by pro-Palestine protesters. You have Jewish people being attacked. A lot of different skirmishes have taken place on domestic soil. Much of this planned, much of this known by the elite rulers. And that was one of my fears early on, where there's conflict in the Middle East, and because of all the vitriol on social media spilled into our streets. Now, much of this stuff, as we know, Hamas and Palestine has been supported by George Soros. Black Lives Matter supported by George Soros. We've tracked down some of these protests between
Save the date if you not fake. HJ got a plate and a hot take. They gon' get you moving right. These goofy types keeping unks goofy tight. Look, let's get it lit like a Lucy, aight? Show the world what we can build when the crew unite. And while these frauds out finessing your protests, I'm in the gulags playing chess with the Hoteps. The Hoteps been told you. Don't sweat, bruh, I ain't gonna hold you. Keep receipts for the things that they told you. Ears to the street, they got secrets to go through. The Hoteps been told you. Don't sweat, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Keep receipts for the things that they told you. Ears to the street, they got secrets to go through. Hotep and build, y'all know the deal. We go in for real and ain't got no chill. Teach me how to grip, teach me how to grip. Teach me how to grip, teach me how to grip. Hotep and build, y'all know the deal. We go in for real and ain't got no chill. Teach me how to grip, teach me how to grip. Teach me how to grip, teach me how to grip.
We live.
What's good, people? It's Thursday, Hotep Thursday, back at it again. Greatest podcast in land, where only a school shooting can distract us from the Epstein list drop of the century. I am Uncle Hotep, he's Hotep Jesus, episode 289 on the road to 300 of Hoteps Been Told Ya. What's good with you, man?
Not much. I'm good, man. How'd I do on the picks last week?
I don't even know, man. Shit. Man, I don't know.
We doing the picks again this week?
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully I'm making y'all money. I don't watch football, so good luck. Bet responsibly. I see my boy Lamar doing good.
He finally coming around, man. It might be his year. It might be his year.
They saying MVP.
Yeah. I mean, he already won the MVP before, so it looks like it. All right. Anyway, Steelers at Baltimore.
You know what we going with, baby.
Okay. Lamar's not playing, just FYI.
He's not playing.
Yeah,
Why? Because they clinched?
Yeah, they clinched.
Oh, we still going with Baltimore. They got a white boy that's stepping in?
No, another brother.
Another brother?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, let's go with him. Fuck it. Let's see what he about.
Houston, Indianapolis Colts.
Let's go Colts.
Browns, Bengals.
Bengals.
Vikings, Lions.
Vikings. No, Lions.
Jacksonville, Titans.
Let's go Jacksonville.
Jets, New England.
Let's go Jets.
Falcons, Saints.
Saints.
Buccaneers, Carolina.
Let's go Bucks.
Bears, Packers.
Packers.
Broncos, Raiders.
Raiders.
Eagles, Giants.
Eagles.
Seahawks, Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs.
Rams, 49ers.
49ers.
Cowboys, Washington.
Cowboys.
Bills, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
All right, there we go.
And winners right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pick responsibly. What's going on? How was your New Year's?
New Year's is good, man. Kept it low key. You know, real family oriented. You know, kept it simple. What about you?
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I was going to stream it. I said, nah, I just chilled. Then we just watched the ball drop. We did the old fashioned watch the ball drop on whatever channel it was. Was it NBC or whatever? ABC.
I was upset, you know, because I tried to do the normie thing this year and do the, hey, let's turn on the TV and watch the ball drop. So I pulled up YouTube. We found an ABC channel. And as soon as they hit 0, they put them gays on my screen.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that. I don't know what happened.
My son pointed it out because I seen it, but I didn't want to say nothing. My son, you know, he's 14. He's like, they go to gay stuff again. Because every time I see it in the movie, I point it out to him. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know, his homophobia is very strong going into his adult years. and I didn't even have to say nothing. He said, they go to gay stuff again. I said, see how they do it?
I didn't notice that. I did notice Meg Thee Stallion is an awful performer.
Really?
Did you see her perform? She performed.
Where?
And then she
at the New Year's?
Planet Fitness.
Oh, that's right. They had a Planet Fitness sponsorship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she twerk? That's why. Her performance is usually comes with a couple of twerks. I guess it was ABC and New Year's, and she decided, you know, her people told her, hey, you know, we can't do the booty shaking. This is bad for PR for the new year. Let's try and keep it clean. Maybe that's what happened. Did she booty shake? If she ain't shake that ass, it wasn't a Meg Thee Stallion performance.
No, but Punks McGee said you was really watching those balls drop.
Pause. Terrible. Terrible, Punks. Terrible. Matter of fact, that's a good segue into something I want to talk about.
Oh, off the wall, man. I need to get a haircut. I got the KD hairline. I'm offended.
You peasy.
That's cool. That's what comes with age. You know what I mean? I'm 50 years old with that KD hairline. He is in his mid-30s with the KD hairline. So I'm ahead of the game. You know, my shit was impeccable. I still don't got no grays in my head. You know what I mean? So I'm
That's
good.
true. That's true. He ain't got no grays. I got grays. He ain't got no grays. That's how you know a nigga don't give a fuck. Youngin got no stress. But I want to talk about something.
Yeah.
The dynamic of this show in the last 2 episodes has changed, and it's not its usual, and I want to address that. So, 2 shows ago, you posted a meme of TD Jakes, Diddy, myself. I don't know who the other person was, okay? And I took offense to that, and I expressed that to you, and I told you to delete it, okay? And since then, the show hasn't been the same. I feel like, you know, you feel like I'm some sensitive little bitch or some shit like that, and that's not the case. So I just want to clear the air on why I took offense to that. Okay? What you triggered in me was my tether side. Okay? My tether side. My tether side is very homophobic. So when you put me up there with gay people, I get highly offended. You could have did anything in the world, I would not get offended. But if you attach me to gay shit, it triggers the tether in me. So I just wanted to make that clear why I was offended. So it's not up in the air.
Okay. I mean, I think Diddy, I mean, I don't know about Diddy. I mean,
It was Diddy, TD Jakes, and who else was it?
no, I thought it was Hove, Hove, Diddy. I didn't know if I put TD Jakes.
You put Hove in there? See, I didn't even see Hove. I just saw 2 gay people, and I was like, nah, see, this is what we not about to do.
No, that's not that's not that wasn't what I was trying to get with that meme.
Oh.
You know, this came out and like, and you see people already doing it. People are like editing. Somebody edited Jimmy Kimmel in there. I guess we were jumping into that. Put Jimmy Kimmel in there.
Yeah.
Somebody put Stephen Hawkins saying he liked midgets.
Yeah.
Like, we had all this build up for this list. Oh, the list is coming out. All you heard from like conservative Twitter, and I'm thinking in my head, like, man, it's going to be bullshit. It's not going to reveal anything. And voila, it did. You know what I mean? So I was like, it's not going to be as serious as, like, people are trying to make it out to be super serious. This list is super serious. So I was just like trying to, like, it's not, this is going to be a nothing burger. And it's a nothing fucking burger.
Yeah.
And that's why I made the meme. I didn't mean to make it like, you know what I mean?
Oh, I get what you're saying. You're basically saying that you had to make something out of nothing because nothing was coming.
Right.
See, so basically what you're admitting to is real niggas do grift. That's basically what you're saying. You couldn't resist the grift. Once again, you couldn't resist the grift. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing I made it, mad about that.
I thought there was some gay insinuations.
No.
And I was like, wait, hold on now. Hotep Jesus is not gay. I don't do no gay shit. You know what I'm saying? And my father would not allow me to do anything gay. So, like I said, my son has a healthy dose of homophobia. I want to keep homophobia alive and strong. It just has to be, somebody's got to draw the line. If you want to suck dick and you're a man, then, that's your business. But we're not about to sit up here and act like that shit's good. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't good. It's not good for humanity. It's not good for black people. It's not good for white people. And there's an agenda to make people gay. And you see the shit happening. You saw the Cat Williams interview. What'd he say? All them niggas in the industry, what they got to do? He said Harvey Weinstein, he looking at the other brothers and he's like, yo, y'all suck Harvey Weinstein dick? You see, Terry Crews got his balls tickled. You see what I'm saying? So that's why my brain translated the meme as something gay. Because usually, I'm going to be honest with you, when they talk about them sex acts in the industry, they are usually homosexual. You got the instances of heterosexual abuse of women. Absolutely does exist in Hollywood.
Right.
But much of this shit is initiated with some homosexual Illuminati ritual, bend you over, embarrass you, buck breaking shit. And that's what Cat Williams was talking about, that buck breaking. And when you're in the industry, you're going to see that shit. I saw this shit. They tried me. Matter of fact, they didn't even try me. They knew not to try me because of the way I move around them. Because I'll tell you one time where I was. I was at BET. I ain't never seen so many gay men in my life. I was working on a TV show. All gay men, it's black women and gay men run BET. Or used to. I guess it got bought. So I don't know who's up there now. But that's who runs it. Black women and gay men. Very few straight men I saw on that set. And I was uncomfortable, and I think they could tell.
All right, let's jump right into the Black Twitter report, and we'll get back to Epstein in a minute. And something just dropped. You know, the same day the list dropped, Shannon Sharpe dropped his interview with Cat Williams.
Yes.
You know, we both, like, I personally feel Cat Williams is probably one of the funnier. Like, out of his generation of comedians, like, I guess his generation is Steve Harvey, you know, Cedric, Bernie, rest in peace. Kevin Hart. I guess you got to throw Kevin in there. What's his Epps? What's the Epps guy's name?
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps. To me, like, outside of him and Eddie Griffin, I think him and Eddie Griffin are like probably my personal two favorites out of that group. You know, as far as the funniest to me.
Eddie Griffin is hilarious. Him and Cat are very similar. Continue.
So Shannon Sharpe interview, and I all seen my timeline. Like, it was the same day the list. Like, bro, waiting on the list, and I see everybody talking about Cat Williams. This shit went live. He did a premiere on his Shannon Sharpe's YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I caught it like half hour in. I was like, I gotta see this. I don't hardly ever watch. You know what I mean? Like
Shine Media.
Shine Media. Mm-hmm. I had to catch this one because everybody was talking like he was dropping. Cat's on one. You know, like I said, he's one of the truly guys I truly find funny. Yeah, Dave Chappelle. I forgot to mention Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, right?
Oh man, Cat Williams. Yo, he went in on everybody. Like, he basically was going in on, you know, a certain segment of Black comedians that he felt that were plants, that weren't funny, that were stealing jokes. And he was giving the lowdown on how it goes down in Hollywood and how these Black comedians, you know, get deals and get movie roles and this, that, and the third, man. You know, Shannon Sharpe got a classic on it. You know, I know he just rubbed his hands. Like, some of the stuff he was saying, he's like he couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? Then he was laughing at some of the stuff, and it was crazy. And people was just, I never seen like, we had back-to-back weeks of like Shine Media interviews that had people in a fucking chokehold. Last week it was Umar. This week was Cat Williams. And I actually finished the whole thing. It was 3 hours long, man. I had to finish that whole thing, man. You see any of it?
I'm about an hour in.
Okay.
It seemed like everything I saw on the timeline was in that first hour, though. First half hour, really. Like, it jumps off like immediately.
Yeah, he really dug right into it. And like, what's the guy's name?
Cedric
Radio. No, not Cedric.
Travis Smiley.
Yeah, he really had something for Travis. Like, God damn.
He roasted that name. He did him dirty.
Now I'm seeing today, I looked up today, I seen Cedric put out a statement. Travis Smiley put out a statement. Kevin Hart put out a statement. Like, I'm like, I wouldn't even say anything. Like, I'm
Right.
like, whatever. Like, these guys got to come out and like make statements about this shit.
Yeah.
Like, from what you've seen, how much do you like? Nerd had a good point. He said, what Nerd say oh, let me go to, I have to go to his, Nerd had a good assessment of what, he thought was going on. Hold on, I got to go to his fucking page. He said it was some hate, some truth, some cap, and hold on, I want to quote it correctly.
Nerd back up to his own shenanigans. Ladies, reply to this pic with you of your phone blocking your face. Nerd's hilarious.
Did he put it in the? I just seen the tweet.
Was it in the chat?
Oh, here it is. I think Cat Williams' interview was a nice blend of truth, anger, bitterness, hate, and some cap. No difference than when anyone else is fed up.
He said it's a mix of what?
A nice blend of truth, anger, bitterness, hate, and some cap. No different than when anyone else is fed up.
I want to know what part is cap. Nerd, what part do you think is cap? That's what I need to know.
I think a lot of I think he says cap. I think he exaggerated. Like when he said, I read 3,000 books a year. You know what I mean? I'm like,
okay. His exaggerations. All right.
Right. And, he probably read a lot of books. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's probably more like 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then him running a 4.340 with his kid or some shit. Like, was some fucking nuts. Like, be for real, man. You was this fast. He was the fastest kid in your neighborhood. Leave it at that, yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like, people will grab onto that and say and try to discredit everything else that was said in his interview and shit. Like, as far as the entertainment aspects of it, man, to me, I think he was on point with damn near everything.
Yeah, it was very accurate. Here's my thing. I don't think the 3,000 books was cap. I don't think the 4.3 is cap. And the reason why I believe this is because he mentioned that his parents were Jehovah's Witness. Are you familiar with Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah.
Like, how familiar are you with him? You ever been friends?
Oh no, I'm a familiar of them, but I don't think.
Have you ever been friends with somebody who was?
No, I've never been friends with anybody.
Okay, all right. Jehovah's Witness on some other shit, my nigga. Like, there is.
Oh, okay.
It's almost retarded because it's actually like, it feels like a grift, but their people are in prison, right? So I think the best analogy I can say is like Orthodox Jew / Christian missionary, because they got to go out and sell the shit, right? Like, they have to actively go out and recruit people. I don't know if they got quotas, but many of them go out and actively, they knock on your door, right? And you hide and shit when they come around. Or if you like me, you just open the door and you argue with them and, you have a little bit of fun, right? Tell them, I don't believe in God. Who's God? You start asking them questions about the Bible and Illuminati conspiracy theories and the Hotep shit. So you can fuck with them like that. But my best friend lived next door to a Jehovah's Witness family. And they had 3 daughters. One of them, the younger one, was the rebel. She was like really bucking against that shit. And what you notice about them is they're a very accomplished family. Like, the other 2 daughters were like going on to be doctors and lawyers, right? So these are very serious people about life. And that's the good part about this. And it's because they understand that this Western society is just full of trash. Right. So when Kat said he had a brother and sister, or 2 brothers, I forget what it was, but I saw that 3, and I'm like, okay, so one of them is rebelling against the programming. So when he says things like he was reading, I'm like, when you Jehovah's Witness, you a Jehovah's Witness child, you don't go out and really play with your friends. You don't go to parties. You don't go to prom. You don't do none of that stuff. You have a really trash ass life. So I could see him being in the house just reading books. which is why I don't think it's cap. It all made sense when he said the Jehovah's Witness thing. And I was like, oh, you had Jehovah's Witness parents. They're not as bad as Seventh-day Adventists, although Seventh-day Adventists they do the Saturday thing too. And you have some people that are Seventh-day Adventists. And those are like not as strict as Jehovah's Witness, but right there.
Okay.
So that's why I think that his story, you know, him leaving, going to Florida, blah, 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 you know, it sounds very believable because I could see somebody saying, nah, bro, we not finna do this. It's prison. Yeah. It's literally prison under your parents.
You know, niggas can't read. So when he said 3,000 books a year, niggas was like, what?
Yeah, you know, niggas ain't never heard no nigga read 3,000 books. They was like, ain't no way a nigga read. That's racist. That is racist. This is. See, let me put the big camera on. This is my issue with the black community and white supremacy. I said this a million times. You heard me. White supremacy only exists in the mind, particularly the black mind, and nobody perpetuates it more than the black mind. What does the black mind think? Oh, he's black. That nigga can't read. You don't even need the white man to tell you can't read, you's an ignorant nigga, because the nigga next to you, the failed niggas, is too busy telling the house nigga who made it in the house because he was educated, they telling him, oh, that nigga ain't read no books, that nigga can't read. It's crab in a barrel syndrome, but that is true racism. You get it from your own people. How you not gonna believe a nigga read 3,000 books? Why? Because your ass don't read? Because your parents never made you sit down and read? Like, really, what are we doing here? So I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Seneca said I averaged 30 books a month for 3 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, it depends on your upbringing, what your parents made you do. Some parents made motherfuckers read. My dad, he made me read. You know, I used to be playing a video game, and the shit would be like, you know, I was playing too long. He come in and be like, yo, turn that game off, go read a book. I come to him and be like, I go to my mom, be like, I'm hungry. He'd be like, go read a book. Like, my dad is crazy. So again, that's that tether life. And you'll notice that sometimes with the Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witness, sometimes they're foreigners too. They're tethers as well. Not all the time, but sometimes.
I've been trying to get my daughter to read. I'm like, man, why don't you fucking read a book? Man, put that phone down.
And read a book, right?
Read a book.
Yeah.
Simply a little half step in and stuff like that. I try to explain to her like, yo, because you know what I mean? It's more difficult. You know, Cat grew up in the era, you know, pre-cell phone, like super internet. So yeah, like when I was a kid, I used to read all the time. That's all I did, really. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember in school, right? They gave us a book report. This was like 8th grade. I was like, I'm gonna be a dickhead, right? I went home, read the whole book, came back the next day, told everybody in the class.
That's a real nigga shit. I like that. That's some positive work right there. See?
You know what I mean? I don't know. It was just interesting that I was like, man, once I got into it, I was like, man, I got the whole thing done. And I was like, I came back the next day.
That's how my dad used to make me do my homework. Teacher used to come home. She'd be like, yo, he'd be like, what you got for homework? I'd be like, chapter 1. He'd be like, do chapter 1 through 5. I'm like, she said do chapter 1. Do 1 through 5. Right? And you know what was crazy was he would make me do 1 through 5. I'd have to do it in another notebook because, you know, you're not allowed to write that. You're not allowed to go ahead of the class and write in a notebook. So, right. My dad used to make me do that. And it was funny because chapter 2 would come around and I wouldn't have to do homework because I had already did it. So you always teach it. That's a good idea, man. That's a good reminder. Always go ahead.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell him. I was like, man, just get the shit done. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, I don't know. I can't get too early like that. But
so I got a new rule.
What?
Got a new rule. Street lights. Remember street lights?
Yeah.
So street lights was for outside, right?
Yeah.
But our kids don't go outside no more. Their outside is the device. So now my rule is you got no device till street lights come on. When the sun up, You better find something to do, nigga. Don't turn nothing on the screen. Don't turn the PlayStation on. Don't turn the TV on. Don't turn the motherfucking phone on. No iPad. No computer. Nah, nigga, go do some fucking push-ups. Read a book. That's my new rule.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But I've been getting her to go to the gym with me, so but she didn't go today. She had dance today. But anyway, back to Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Williams. Jeez, Cat Williams. Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
So Cat, he was going in on all these comedians. And then I noticed one thing I did notice, he went in on Kevin Hart. And then I went on Twitter today and the Kevin Hart.
Did Kevin Hart post this on Twitter?
I think he did. It was on Instagram or Twitter. I think he did both. And he dropped the trailer to his latest film. Man, I started noticing like people came caping for Kevin, right?
Mm-hmm.
I looked at everybody who was caping for him. Location, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was like,
got his hometown on lock.
You know what? No, but it's not his hometown. It's people trying to get on from his hometown. You know what I mean? So all the comedians and shit like that from Philly and shit, they wasn't trying to step on no toes and shit like that. Because Cat Williams said that Kevin Hart came up strictly on the East Coast. And then when he came to the West Coast, he already had a TV deal and all that. He said, usually with comedians, you got to do a tour the country and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't do anything on the West Coast and shit like that. Now I respect Kevin Hart's grind, but like as far as comedians go, like I don't know. I've seen like one special I thought was funny from Kevin Hart. I think I seen one. I think what was it? The one with Cube. What was it? Ride Along? I thought that was pretty funny.
Didn't see that.
But other than that, like to me, he's like more funny, like on TV or like in impromptu videos, like in person, like as far as his like TV and movies and shit like that, and stand up, like he's a hit or miss with me. But like I think he's funny in real life, funny. You know what I mean? Like I've seen like impromptu videos, he had me crying and shit like that. But anyway, I dropped. If you check your DM, I dropped. This is an example of the people that were coming to the defense of Kevin Hart, right? Read this important tweet.
Wait, I see him kissing The Rock and getting bent over by Shaq.
Yeah, but you gotta read Spank Horton's tweet.
Here we go. He comes back every 3 to 5 years to talk about the same shit. So instead of telling the truth, you want to lie about the movies that hit your desk first. LOL. What homosexual role did Kevin do in them 5 movies? You couldn't leave the country to do Fool's Gold in Australia, so the role got passed to Kev. And then that's when somebody posted him doing some gay shit in the movies. Damn. Yeah, they got him. This looks like classic buck breaking. Classic buck breaking here. Call a spade a spade.
Yeah, and of course the guy doesn't reply to that tweet.
Of course not.
But that's what Cat Williams was saying. Like he would get the scripts. He was saying that he got the same scripts that Kevin Hart got for these movies, and all he asked the writer is like, yo, can you take this scene down where Shaq's bucket dry open me in the butt, right? Can you take this scene out while I'm kissing the rock, right? It was like, yeah, well, we'll look at it, Cat, we'll get back to you. Then the next thing you know,
Kevin said, I'll do it. I'll kiss the rock.
I mean, that's what he's basically saying. I mean, that's what it looked like to me.
Oh man.
Like some people say there's some stuff that they ain't gonna do. And that's fine. But I mean, I guess Kevin will do it. There's always gonna be somebody to do it. The man know that.
Yeah.
He said, all right, you don't want to do it, Negro. We got somebody gonna take these millions.
Yeah.
So he's calling Kevin Hart a plant. Then I seen some people call, like just like somebody calling him a plant doesn't mean he's not talented. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got to have some talent for them to use him as a plant.
Mm.
Like people act like we're trying to discredit Kev or something like that. No, we're just saying that they picked him up because they said he's going to be an agreeable Negro. He's going to be a safe Negro. We can use him.
Yeah.
A plant. Like people will say, people said Eminem's a plant. People have said K Dot's a plant. You know?
Yeah.
These guys are talented.
Well, by plant's the wrong term to use.
Right.
Really what you want to say is buck broken. if you allowed to be buck broken, like it's a good example of somebody who's never been buck broken is Jay-Z, right? He's never been buck broken, right? And if you look at Jay-Z, he's never had Hollywood success. And he's never had music success. Let's be honest. Hove's singles don't go platinum.
Volume 2 had a lot of success.
You said what?
Volume 2. The Annie joint.
Volume 2 had success, but look how many albums he dropped. He dropped Reasonable Doubt, then he dropped Volume 1, then Volume 2 he had success because he took the Annie sample.
Right.
He had the Annie sample and that helped him out a lot. And he talks about that album, and that was his least lyrical album.
Yeah, it was.
It was his least lyrical album. That was a commercial-built album, and even that one didn't have huge commercial success as an album. He had single success, but as an album, that album didn't sell like albums were selling at that time. Hove was never an album sales guy because he never really had the machine behind him. Him and Dame were independent. All of those sales was because of him and Dame. Him, Dame, and Biggs. And they had the streets on lock. And that's what's key to all of this. And Russ said that to me when I spoke to Russ. It's about taking over the streets. And this ties into what Strong Dad was saying on the Grift Report the other day. He was like, black leadership for the black community, how are Hoteps going to be that? And I'm like, are we going to see mainstream success? And the black communities never really operated off of the mainstream. We've never operated off the mainstream. That's true in fact. Like some of our greatest heroes, even today, you would look at somebody like NBA Youngboy, right? Who has massive success without a whole lot of machine behind them, right? People tend to like that underground. The hood likes saying, oh, I found this dude first. Right. You know that to be true. Like, oh, I listened to him first, right? I discovered that artist. So it's much more about discovery. So when it comes to our leadership, you got people like Eddie Griffin and Cat Williams. Eddie Griffin and Cat Williams are independent content creators. They don't have the machine behind them. Why? Because they don't allow the machine to buck break them. So you don't see that massive Hollywood success, but the hood respect Cat. The hood respects Eddie Griffin. That's why these guys could be independent. And the machine won't talk about them, so you'll think that they're broke. You'll think that they're not successful. Meanwhile, they're selling out tours across the country because you can't stop business. You can't. America is set up for corporations to succeed. So all you need to do is put together your marketing plan and advertising plan and go to market with a good product, and people are going to buy. Just because CNN and all the fucking left-wing organizations don't talk about you don't mean that you're not successful. Like, people will say shit to me like, Hotep Jesus, you fell off. And I'm like, fell off? I'm like, I'm making more money now than I ever have. Like, how did I fall off? And it's like, because people think if you're not on these other shows, then you're not successful. Like if you're not on Fox consistently, like I haven't been on Fox in 3 months. So they think like, oh, I haven't been on when was the last time we've been on Tim Cass, right? And it's just like, or I haven't been on Rogan like in a year or whatever. So people, think of that as a lack of success, which comes back to that racist mindset where, or actually that mainstream mindset where if the mainstream don't co-sign you, then you're not doing good out here. Meanwhile, people are still watching you and contacting you and doing business with you. Like, yo, I fuck what you doing, let's work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So again, people got to get out of that mainstream mindset. Like, you need that cosign from, the media outlets and et cetera, et cetera. Damn, my bad. I'm getting a text message here, my bad. So people think you need that cosign. You don't need that cosign. Like, put together a good business plan, marketing plan, advertising plan, and go to market. You think you're going to stop Hotep's Been Told You? You think Hotep's Been Told You needs a cosign? We got the Grifties coming up. Who's coming to the Grifties? Anomaly asked to be a presenter. Bryson Gray has just joined and confirmed. We got Chrissy Mayer. We got Alex Stein, all coming to the Grifties. These are some popular personalities. We got Shane Cashman from Timcast IRL. We got the Timcast people coming to our shit. Why? Because people respect the grind, yo. People respect the grift. And when you put out good work, people always gonna respect it. But you don't gotta run to mainstream. You gotta run to Hollywood. You know what put this in perspective for me was being in the music industry. I got an aunt, my cousin's mother, shout out to Red. She got a big ass house down south, make mad money. Never heard of her. She does music. Bro, her and her band get stupid paper. You know what they do? They do weddings, my nigga. They go and they perform at weddings. They charge 10 to 20,000 per wedding, and they're booked for a wedding every weekend and a book for the next year. You think she give a fuck about being signed to a record label when she's making, her and her band are making 40,000 bands a month, and that's just from weddings? They called her to do vocals on a Michael Jackson album. You would never know her. That, the fake Michael Jackson album they put out? She was on there. Her voice is on there.
Okay. Okay. No.
Her work is on there. You would never know who she was. So people think you got to be seen. You know, another thing that put it in perspective for me in the music industry was Joe Budden. Joe Budden was another one who got blackballed, right? I watched Joe Budden pack out SOBs off of mixtapes. He was charging $30 a pop, $500 for VIP. VIP, you get to enter the arena early and you get a sign-in and you get a shirt or whatever. So I looked at the venue, I did the math on the tickets he sold and the VIP, and I said, oh shit, Joe made $20,000 tonight. And he's got a show in 2 days doing the same thing. I said, Joe's a millionaire and he's blackballed. Off of a mixtape and putting 300 people in a venue. 300. Fuck Madison Square Garden, all these thousands. Yeah. And look where Joe is now, because he was able to reinvest his dollars into his own thing. Now he's got the Spotify deal. Now he's got his millions. Gilly and Wallow. Gilly been grinding since forever. I remember being backstage with him with Money Mount out of Elizabeth, New Jersey. Shout out to Mount. Gilly been grinding. He finally got his just due and got to deal with. All you got to do is be consistent, grind, and don't buck break, yo. You don't got to buck break. People be like, Hotep Jesus, how come you ain't on yet? Nigga, because I won't buck break. I went on Fox and was talking about Henry Kissinger before he died. You serious? I talk about the Federal Reserve. You think Fox Business is going to have the black guy talking about CBDCs and the Federal Reserve on? No. They want somebody who's buck broken. Don't buck break, people. Don't buck break.
another point on the Shannon and Sharpe. It got 10 million one day, right? That's great for him. He just fresh off an apology. He was talking about Meg Thee Stallion. We talked about her earlier. He wanted to do some nasty things to Meg Thee Stallion. He had to apologize.
Oh yeah.
Got into this, Cat Williams was like, remember he there was an Epstein, like he said Chris Tucker, we had the Friday Chris Tucker. Nowadays we got the Epstein list Chris Tucker. You should have saw shit. Did you see that? Get to that part yet?
I didn't get to that part yet.
Oh,
you spoiling it for me. What
saw
happened?
Shannon's face. Shannon, like, oh my god, like, you know what I mean? There's the nerd wants to ask, does Shannon Sharpe need to be careful with this type of
No, he does not. No, he does not. If he's smart, he does not. Going back and apologizing is not the smart thing to do. And that's where white folks get shit fucked up. That's some white PR culture shit, right? Where, and then they train the black PR chicks to do the same shit, where it's like, if something happens, just come out and apologize to clean up your image. And it's just like, nah, like, don't acknowledge bullshit. Because half this shit, especially now, is astroturfed by fucking bots. It's not even real people complaining about this shit. It's bots. I posted some shit about Epstein earlier. I got a whole bunch of Democrat bots. I'm like, yo, how y'all even find my tweet? Come on. Ain't nobody in the Democrats watching Hotep Jesus. I'm blocked by everybody. So it's these bots. And the tweets popped up all at the same time, all quick and shit in a minute. So it's not even real backlash. So the reason why you can't cancel Shannon Sharpe is because he got the culture. And that's what I was talking about before when Russ said, yo, you got to have the streets. And Shannon is a staple in black culture. He got the cognac on the table. He's an NFL superstar. TV commentator. He ain't never did no funny money shit. He ain't never been buck broken. Nigga got muscles, so you can't test him.
Right.
Does he need to be careful? I think everybody needs to be careful. But him in particular, no. What he said about Meg Thee Stallion, Meg should be calling and thanking him for the plug. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is, yeah. You just can't, no, he does not need to, no. Somebody said HJ much more of a real nigga on the show compared to Twitter. How you even supposed to show your personality on Twitter? Like, I never got that. That's why I be telling people, like, yo, come to the show. Don't look at Hotep Jesus, what you see in these tweets, and think you know me. Come watch the show and come fuck with me so we can add some nuance, because you can't get a message across in 280 characters. That's why I just stick to, whatever tweets I'm tweeting out. And plus, like, and this shit ain't even for the timeline. Like, the shit we talking about, like, I ain't even tweet the link out for the show tonight. Because it's like, I don't want to live in that world of influencers and grifters. Like, make sure you tweet out the link. Nah, this is a secret society. We got our fam right here. They looking for it. They gonna be here. I don't got to tweet the link out and do all this, weird, best strategy shit. Nah, fuck that, yo. But come to the show, come get the nuance, and come fuck with us, and you'll see what's really real. But on Twitter, I can't go on Twitter and say some of the shit I be saying on the show, because everybody just takes shit out of context and everybody wild out, and it's just like, now I'm muting. Like the other day, I tweeted some shit, everybody started responding. I just mute the tweet. You know what I mean? So I don't even want to. You can't even tweet shit on Twitter no more, because everybody's fucking sensitive. You know what I mean? Everybody's fucking sensitive. Everybody wants to look more into it than what's really there. And on Twitter, I really just like talking about fucking money, to be honest with you. I like talking about the Federal Reserve, CBDCs, and men of water. But if you want that real, come to the show.
So yeah, it's 3 hours long, ladies and gentlemen. Like, if you have a chance this weekend, go watch that Shannon Sharpe interview with Cat Williams.
And that's not on you, Soupy. because he said he comment every Thursday. That's not me responding to you. That's me using you to respond to everybody that thinks that same way, because there's mad people that say that shit. I had a brother the other day. Matter of fact, remember when they tried to get me in that Twitter space with all them ADOS niggas? So we get in the Twitter space an hour later, the ADOS niggas going, oh, this nigga kind of cool. I'm like, nigga, do y'all fucking even watch my YouTube? How you drawing conclusions? These little niggas that just found black nationalism last week. Nigga, I was born a black nationalist in 1980. Y'all niggas is late. Y'all put me to sleep with the shit y'all talking about. I covered that shit as Ali Shakur. You know what I'm saying? So, like, niggas be thinking one thing of me, and then, like, that's why I be walking around in the street. Niggas run up on me. They be like, yo, Hotep Jesus, keep doing what you doing. It be hood niggas, too. I fucks with your show. Thank you. Appreciate you. Keep it moving. But the hood fuck with me. Twitter niggas don't fuck with me, because Twitter niggas is Twitter niggas. They don't got the attention span to sit down and watch an hour show. So I can never talk to somebody that can't sit down and watch an hour or 2 hour show. They got TikTok brain.
Definitely, like Twitter niggas is definitely, definitely a different breed. Anyway, so yeah, and if you have time, watch it. We can't even cover everything that went down. It's an incredible interview. On next up, nerd includes Jason Whitlock. Yo, I did see this. Jason put up a screenshot of whatever was on the screen, and it had some sexual content. I forget what it was, right? Like, it was like a sexually oriented ad, right? And he's like, I'm tired of seeing this stuff. It was on ESPN, matter of fact. It was on ESPN webpage, and it was about
balls deep inside of me is a great way to spend your birthday. One piece, funny, happy birthday, him, husband, boyfriend. Birthday gift decorations.
So he complains to Twitter about it. Twitter tries to say that he got the ad because it's a targeted ad because he'd be searching the filth. But I mean, even if he did, even if that was the case, I'm not sure that. My point is, why is that ad on ESPN.com? Like, that doesn't fit to me.
It's a network. It's probably like AdRoll or something like that.
Right.
It's an ad network. So basically the way these things work is, so there's a company out there called AdRoll, and it's very much cookie driven. So you could do retargeting on there. So what happens is you can have a company and want to advertise, right? And AdRoll has already made negotiations with companies like Sports Illustrated, ESPN, Rolling Stone, all the big majors, right? And they say, look, we have access to these websites. If you want access to ESPN's audience, you can join our network and place your ads on here. Then you place your ads on there, they get approved. And if they get approved, then they appear on said networks. Obviously, whatever network this is very loose with their rules. And I got to tell you, Facebook would have banned this ad. This ad would not have gotten approved on Facebook. It probably would not have gotten approved on Google either. Facebook definitely. They might even ban your ad account. I've had my ad account banned my ad account's banned now. I had to ask White Mike to make a page for us so I could advertise for the Grifties. That's how bad shit is. So, you know, it is what it is. But either he was looking up, what the fuck is a him husband boyfriend? Because this shit is homosexual too. So either he was looking up gifts for his boyfriend or gifts or, you know, birthday gifts or something. Or he was looking at, you know, some nasty shit. But this is specifically targeted based upon your cookies. And it could be random depending on, you know, if he has a VPN, or it could be random in that case. Based upon how his VPN is set up, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. But usually you'll have male-oriented things because it's ESPN.
So anyway, Katie Nolan, I guess she's she's in sports or something like that. She retweeted Whitlock's tweet, right?
You said who?
Katie Nolan.
Okay.
Is she a sports person, or
She
she's a popular sports personality who has worked for ESPN and Fox Sports? Recently she's Friday Night Baseball and NBC Sports. So anyway, TV person, TV lady.
Never seen her before.
She tweeted Whitlock, right? And then in a separate tweet said, sorry to retweet him. It's just there are tears running down my face. Happy New Year all. He said, wow, I'm just reading from this article that, I think we need more websites like these to explain like what's happening on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this Katie Nolan, Jason Whitlock beef explained? While all of sports Twitter was mocking Whitlock, he chose to single out Nolan because he's a conservative male and she's a woman. He tweeted, Katie, you should have learned to leave me alone. It's not my fault you couldn't Kamala Harris your way to the top of ESPN or Fox Sports. You gave it your best shot. Damn.
He said every simp in sports media wanted to be your Willie Brown. Damn. Don't blame me. It was you. Oh, my Lord. This is petty. This right up there with Calendar Gate.
Yo, that shows you Whitlock is OG Black Twitter. Because that's how you either tweet through it, right? When somebody's giving you, when you get hell, when Twitter turns on you.
Yeah.
You got two options. Tweet through it, log off, or you got three options. Or pick one person and go in, right?
Yup. Single one of them out, make an example out of them. Get one good one off. You only need one good one. 1.8 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah. You wait for one good one. I've done that before.
That's the only way to go, man. Yeah. Yo, damn, he went hard on her, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is that's what you call disrespect. That was disrespectful. If she had a husband, they got to fight.
Maybe, but see, the thing is, Whitlock's in that realm, so he probably heard. I'm sure he didn't say that out of the clear blue sky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know Katie Nolan from a can of paint.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. But I mean, I don't blame Whitlock for that. That's how you're supposed to do it. If Twitter turns on you, man, you only got a couple options, man. And that's one of them. When he got it off, right? And people forgot about the ad that quick, right?
That quick. That's all it takes. Schoon winning on Whitlock. Schoon been on his neck.
That ain't nothing new, man. He been going on. Them niggas gonna be forever, man. In the afterlife, they gonna be beefing and shit.
They like two grumpy old men.
Oh, man. All right. Oh, this is right up your alley. Pause.
What's this?
Cameron.
Oh, this is perfect. Let me pull it up.
Cameron says he doesn't consider himself an African American. He's a Black American. I see a lot of Black Twitter agreeing with him. This is from Nerd. I see some Africans saying Cam needs to touch grass because Africans have love for Black Americans. Do you have the video? I didn't watch
the video. Check your DM right now. And we're going to pull it up and we're going to play it. And I'm going to give you my honest take.
Honest with you. I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Now you got to remember, Cam is top 5 MCs. Alive. Not dead or alive. Alive. Top 5 MCs. He's definitely one of those people that can make a top 5. His freestyle this week was insane too. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Honest with you. I'm going to be totally honest with you. And I know we got to get back to our topics. We already a few minutes in. I'd rather feeling Black than African American. Because Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
because they don't.
And Americans do?
Well, you're American, Mace. You're born in America. When you go to the Olympics, and when I say African American, you go over there, they call us Yankees and all that. They fuck with us, but we're not from the motherland. We're from America. So I rather say I'm a Black American. When we go to the Olympics as a country, and somebody Black is fighting from the United States, you don't say African American. You say American. You don't even put a color on it. It's an American fighter fighting a European fighter, or China or Japanese or anything. You're known in the Olympics as an American. It doesn't matter what color you are. You're an American fighting against somebody from Cameroon or Senegal, whatever. The point being is they don't categorize it when it's world competition, but when it's other shit, it needs to be categorized. So I consider myself a Black American. I don't consider myself African American. And shout out to all my niggas in Africa. Much love. But y'all don't consider us real Africans.
All right. You ready to break this down?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, first things first. We are not real Africans. We watered down niggas. Okay? White man watered us down over the years. We don't have pure African blood. Okay? And I'm telling you this because as a soccer coach, these African kids got some other special shit going on with these motherfuckers. Okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what food gets passed around, but that African blood, these niggas is superior. They are built like solid, from birth. So the African body is definitely, I would say, the most superior body on the planet, okay? Just genetically. We are not that. We get a piece of that. That's why we could jump high and all of that shit. But that African body is something else, okay? And I hate to sound like a slave master here and, measure up the physical prowess of the African body. He says the Jamaican. Okay, now Jamaicans are much less watered down. Now Jamaicans and Africans are very similar in that they not watered down like the Black American, okay? Now you got some Black Americans that are pitch black. And now these motherfuckers are African. Okay? This is pure African body, right? The darker you are, the more African you are. So when you look at Uncle Hotep, you look at myself, you can tell I'm a watered down Negro. Uncle Hotep is definitely more Ghanaian. You can look at Uncle Hotep and tell that's African blood running through his veins, okay? So when you look at the foreigners, you'll see a difference, okay? A difference. So it is important to delineate between, now you say African American because you want to omit the African. I would not do that. Personally, I would not do that. But I understand wanting to be called Black American, although I wouldn't say Black is the right term. Actually, Black is probably the wrong term. You're better off saying, foundational American, indigenous American. I would probably say colored or copper colored, something to that effect. They said colored, back in the day was wrong. No, colored might be right. I don't know. But it definitely ain't black, because black is the wrong term to use, okay? Now, do Africans like us or fuck with us? No, I don't like you niggas, okay? Nobody, Americans, let's just remove black from this situation. Americans don't like Americans. Nobody in the world likes Americans. Let's call a spade a spade.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
When you go overseas, everybody goes, ugh, an American. No matter what color you are, everybody goes, ugh, an American. Or they go, oh, cool, an American, right? Because we're either cool, but we're usually cool because we're just so fucking derelict. Like, America is the casino of the world. We are the Las Vegas of the world. So Americans usually don't get much respect. And that usually comes back to the fact that if you look at our test scores in English and math, they tell you why the rest of the world don't respect us. Because third world countries outperform us in school, okay? And that's terrible. So Americans, period, don't get respect from foreigners. So foreigners come here and they look at Americans and they go, you lazy, and the black American is the laziest of all of them. This is true. I grew up with a Jamaican father who used to tell me, yo, look at these niggas, they lazy. Look at these niggas, they lazy. They don't want to work. Don't be like these niggas. And my dad does not like niggas. I'm telling you right now, if you swap my dad with the KKK, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But he's still the most pro-black nigga. I cannot explain it. Like, he'll sit here and tell you how the white man bad and then trash niggas in the next sentence. And that's because nobody likes Americans, specifically black Americans, because we've been destroyed by the system the most through World War II, Vietnam, crack era, which was all Reagan, then the Clinton crime bill, and then now here we are, the result of Woodrow Wilson and everybody else, right? Segregation to integration. We've just been shat on. So what you look at is a group of, and this is why it might be important to delineate and separate us from the pack of the diaspora, because we've been shit on the most. Okay? And what America has produced in the black America, in order to understand it, you would have to study science. Okay? And they study rats and mice and all this stuff, right? And what they do is they feed certain mice certain stimuli, whether it's intellectual or nutritional. And what they find is that in the experiments, mice with better nutrition tend to be smarter than mice that have a lesser nutrition. So when you take black Americans, as Cameron has called us, and you give them a low nutrition diet, you would expect a lower IQ. You would expect poor behavior from these people, coupled in with all the other cultural defects that come along with America and Americans and Hollywood and music and all of that, right? So we are that rat in the experiment who has been deprived of nutrition intellectually and diet-wise as well. Okay? In Africa, you can be poor and have a great diet.
Hotep, you're a genius.
Let me break this down. I was in Tanzania. Okay? 2 stories when I was in Tanzania. I'm going to tell the diet one first, and I'll tell you the intellectual one after. The people who are poor got on a boat, went out to the sea, caught a fish, caught some crab, came back, cooked up some rice, and I'm watching these niggas eat, and I'm like, I can't even get fresh food like that in America. Now, they're going to go back to a shanty town, but their diet was insane. I sat there on a beach with what people would call poor Africans, and I watched them do things physically that just blew my mind. They're on the beach dancing in a handstand, having fun. Bunches of them. They handstand dancing. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is strong as shit. All of them fit. I didn't see a single, matter of fact, the one person, they said he liked to hang with Mzungu. Okay, this is Swahili for the white man. So the Mzungu. And if you look at the people close to the Mzungu, they were fat. So the security guard who was in charge of watching the white man shit was fat, and everybody else was fucking fit. So that's the nutritional advantage of being an African. Because of the climate, food grows wild. Okay? Now, the intellectual aspect. I go to Africa. I sit down. And there's a bit of racism and love in this story. I sit down at one end of the table, and I'm there with the Mzungu from Germany, okay? I'm there with the Mzungu from Germany because that's why I'm there, because I'm working with them. I'm their marketing director. We're working with an African. We have a meeting with the African company. The African man sits on the other side of the table, and he looks at me in the eyes, and he says, "Welcome home." I looked him in the eye, and I said, "Thank you." And he had the shocked look on his face because he thought I was one of these Negroes who don't look at Africa as home. So he was shocked. So the racism here is he saw a black American or a copper colored American. He thought I was one of these ignorant niggas, and that's his bias. That's his stereotype, okay, of me. Now, when I say thank you, immediately he's shocked, like, oh shit, who is this nigga? Because he ain't never met a Hotep before. Now, when you go, third story, I'm sorry, when I was kicking with the natives, because I'm not hanging out with Mzungu, I'm kicking it with the natives because I want to kick it with my people. I'm in Africa. I don't want to kick it with the people that's close to Mzungu. Give me close to the natives. Where's my people at? And my peoples don't fuck with me. So I got another dude there that see I want to fuck with him, and he translating for me. And he telling me what they saying. He's saying to me that they saying black Americans don't fuck with them. And I'm talking through the translator, and I'm telling him, tell them I said it's thousands of black Americans that know they African and love you motherfuckers. And he translated and said that to them, and they looked at me like, what? I said, yes, they love you. Then we started working out. They had this like metal pipe and they put concrete on the end. I'm working out with them. They ain't never worked out with American in their life, let alone a black American. And they all fuck with me. They all fucked with me, okay? Blew their fucking mind. What happens is when you get the visa and you go to these countries, they tell you, don't talk to the locals. Don't talk to the locals. Then they tell the locals, don't fuck with the people because we'll come arrest you. If you're messing with the people that are on the resort, because the resort is like right here, and then there's like a pier, and I guess the locals was hanging out on the pier, but if they walk past that security guard, they'll arrest the locals on their own land, and they don't like that shit. But so they tell the locals, don't fuck with the Americans, and they tell the Americans, don't fuck with the locals, and this is the psyop that the Mzungu has put on our people to tell the African, the black American don't fuck with them, and tell the black American, the African don't fuck with them. So we got these stereotypes, and when we meet, we already have preconceived notions, and this is part of the divide tactic. We are African. We are African. We a little watered down. We a little fucked up. We are that rat in that experiment, but we are African.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
All right, I'm gonna read what the resident issuance of decrees on Black matters on the internet. Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm gonna read his response to Cameron on Instagram.
Okay.
My dear brother Cameron, I must respectfully disagree with your logic. America isn't even 250 years old. To say you're not African is synonymous with saying your people have no history beyond July 4th. 1776, or August 20th, 1619.
Mm-hmm.
You do not find it odd that we are the only people in the United States who routinely and publicly renounce the land of our origin. Not only do Chinese, Indians, Arabs, and Latinos, etc., identify with their ancestral homeland, but they also contribute financially to their mother country's empowerment. You mentioned the Olympics. Are you aware that many American citizens regularly represent their ancestral homelands in the sporting contests between the nations? Yes, they are American citizens, but when it comes time for war or competition, they stand unapologetically with their people under the flag of their mother country. Cam, please do not make blanket statements like Africans don't F with us. It's true, many do not. But as someone who regularly spends time on the mother continent and throughout the African diaspora, I can assure you there are many more who do support us. We can't be so dismissive of our African brethren when we never dismiss white America, even after her 400-year dehumanization and genocide campaign against American African people. Have you visited Africa as of yet? If so, how many different countries have you toured? Please do not draw conclusions based off of a few poor interactions with some political, unconscious, self-hating Afro-Europeans here in America. Remember, America doesn't allow Pan-Africanist-minded brothers and sisters from the African diaspora to enter this country. She only tolerates the colorblind, anti-American African who will not join forces with us to cross her borders. The real African revolutionaries are in Africa. They haven't been in Harlem since the days of the most honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, 1916 and 1927. United we stand, divided we fall, my brother.
Well put.
Yeah, especially that last part. I think, you know, go visit. You know, don't let a few interactions. You know, like I try not to make that blanket statement. You know, I know there's some that like, there's some that like, hey, stay away from these akatas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But in my experience, like I think if you make a step forward as a Black American to get to know or talk to African, they'd be cool with you. You know what I mean? Like I think you got to make an attempt, and I think a lot of times Black Americans think we above that attempt to make to put that hand out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think sometimes we above that. You know, I always try to learn something from somebody, and that's why I think Black Americans should learn. You know, but on the other hand, a lot of people are agreeing with Cam because they feel like, you know, we don't have much culturally. Now, this is not our fault. You know, this is something that's just how history went down. We don't have as much. We have more culture. We're culturally closer culturally to the white American than to any, Nigerian, Ghanaians. You know what I mean? So that's just how it went down. You know what I mean? That's unfortunate. Yeah, he named these other, the Chinese, the Indians. They still keep their culture because a lot of them are recent immigrants. Maybe the Latinos, some of them refer to themselves as Puerto Rican, but like Puerto Rican from the Bronx, is he gonna say he either from the Bronx or he Puerto Rican? You know what I mean? So it's just a unfortunate part of history that happened to us. But I don't know. I see it both. I think Black Americans have to make a conscious effort to put their hand, extend the olive branch to the brothers and sisters from the motherland.
Yeah.
And also, we can also do that while also keeping our cultural and ethnic, practices, stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, we do a little stuff a little bit different here, but we shouldn't be downplaying, people that look like us because they do stuff different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel about that.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat mentioned the fact that they sold niggas in slavery.
I mean, shit. That's how history crumbles, man. Shit. We was worth selling. You know what I'm saying? What do you want me to say? You know what I mean? I'm prime stock. They didn't sell you niggas. You niggas, they knew you niggas wasn't gonna work. Come on now.
My response to that is twofold. Number one is, all you telling me is that them niggas was trying to get money. That's all you telling me. That, okay, so they were running a corporation. They had power. Black man, you couldn't sell a black man right now if you wanted to. You have to sell him to Epstein. You ain't got no agency. The white man sells the black man now. You don't even sell yourself. You don't even sell yourself. The white man sells you. So you talking about Africans sold you. Now the white man sells you consistently for generations. The second part to my response is, stop being a bitch. That sounds like some emotional shit you got to get over. Oh, they sold us. They sold us. It was a business transaction. Nigga, you got the raw end of the deal. Shit happens. Move the fuck on. Your tribe lost the war and you were captured and therefore you were sold as slaves. Maybe your tribe should have kicked some ass and won. But all you telling me is that something was happening. All you're doing is pointing to the richness of African history when you say that. You're saying a white man had to come to the black man for something. So now you got to travel down the rabbit hole of, okay, well, who are these Africans? How much power did they have? Where did that power come from? Who was the power before them? When you remove yourself from Africa, you remove yourself from history. That's the greatest part of what Umar said. When you remove yourself from Africa, you remove yourself from your history. That's stupid.
Yeah, you can't like hold that like against, you know what I mean? You should be like, shit, thank you, my brother. thank you. So
I'm in America.
I seen you finally got here. Thank you. We meet again.
Had to bring your ass now, don't you?
Yeah, right.
You had to leave Africa, didn't you? Come here. White man put this good country together for your ass.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I still want to get there before I pass this earth. You know, I want to take my 2 daughters over there. So I mean, it's, you know, my dad, he said he never even wanted to go. You know what I mean? It's different for everybody. You know what I mean? I just feel like I want to see it for myself. You know, because when I was in college, I knew this. A good buddy of mine was from Ghana. And it was like, and I made some stupid comment about like huts or something like that. He was like, "Man, don't believe that shit. It's not like that over there." You know what I mean? Yeah. So I want to see it for myself. You know what I mean? So
I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all the difference between how small-minded people think and how big-minded people think. And in order to do this, I have to find an email. Here it is. I saved this email and I just read it. I want to say today or recently. Damn, where did I save this to? This is very important. Hold on. It was about how Apple dodges taxes, right? And my point is, you know, people, they hold on to this concept of, oh, I'm an American. And all you telling me is I'm in a prison. I'm in a prison. That's what you're telling me. Because Hotep Jesus, although I am technically a United States citizen, I'm a citizen of Earth. And what you won't do is you won't pigeonhole me into a single country. Because the what people call elites got dual citizenship. They operating out of 2 countries. Huh? You got some people around here got 5 passports. I got a passport from this country, I got a passport. I'm a citizen here, I'm a citizen there. And you think it's so small-minded. Now, the reason why I wanted to find it, I'll pull it from memory and you guys can go look it up on your own. But basically what Apple does is they take their intellectual property and they register it in foreign countries. One of them happened to be Ireland because Ireland had a 0 tax law. Then the EU was like, nah, y'all bullshit, and I want y'all to pay taxes. So they moved the corporation to this place called Jersey and not New Jersey in America. Jersey is another island over there in the UK, I believe. Okay? So Apple is like, y'all motherfuckers could pay taxes, but we're going to register our intellectual property in a foreign country, so we ain't got to pay taxes. And then motherfuckers here is complaining like, yo, Apple don't pay no taxes. Well, Apple doesn't consider itself an American citizen and is operating out of a corporate status. And this is the shit that Moore's be talking about. You can set up a corporation, file your money through this corporation, have that shit registered in a foreign country, and you're not paying no taxes. But you thinking, oh, I'm an American. I got this American pride. America don't give a fuck about you if you couldn't tell. America is a corporate fucking experiment. If you are proud of being an American, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to break your heart. But if you are proud to be an American, now I'm going to tell you right now, I love being an American. I am not proud of being an American. Those are 2 completely different things. I love being an American. I am not proud of it, though. I'm not proud of our fucking derelict ways. Look at how much I fucking curse. This is a product of being born in America. This product of being, I'm fucked up. I'm that rat in that experiment. I can't even stop cursing. So don't get caught up in this concept of, oh, I'm an American, I'm a black American, I got this pride. And Apple's like, oh yeah, word, that's cool. My intellectual property's in Jersey. Oh, that's cute. I got 5 passports. I'm everywhere. You ain't never there. So I'ma always operate out of America. But the moment I get an opportunity to or see in a window, I'm operating out of multiple fucking countries, my nigga. I'm gonna have me an African passport out of 5 countries out of Africa. I'm gonna have a house in each one. I'm gonna have one in America. I'm gonna have one in Brazil. And I'm gonna operate primarily out of America. And the reason why people wanna operate primarily out of America is because you're an American and that's what you're comfortable with. That's what you know. In these foreign lands, you don't know. They're foreign, so therefore you don't feel safe. And it feels so restricting. It's full of fear. Meanwhile, the white man then went over to Kigamboni City, East Africa, and bought up all the fucking land. Beachfront property. You talking about fuck Africa. The white man said, he taught you to hate your land so he can go buy it. The white man taught you, the Mzungu taught you to hate Africa so he could buy it on the cheap. And every time you talk shit about Africa, you lower its value so he could buy it cheaper. Few people are smart enough to go over there and snatch up land. One of those smart people happens to be Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, who went over there and set up some property. Shout out to my man Atif. Atif went over there and set up. I could make a phone call and be in Africa tomorrow and be good. I'll be in Rwanda. My homie Atif in Rwanda, I'll be good. Set up. He already got shit set up over there. They got less regulation, less taxes, less problems, better weather, better food, fresh food. And you niggas is like, oh, I kind of like eating this USDA Fauci meat. I kind of like the fact that the FDA allows bullshit in my McDonald's, but Europe says no to that shit, and Africa says no, and South America says no. I kind of like the fact that it's high fructose corn syrup in my soda, but they don't allow it in foreign countries. So this country don't give a fuck about you, and you want to have fucking pride in it. It makes no sense. That's called Stockholm Syndrome. That shows me you are that rat in that experiment, and you fucking retarded now. There's nothing to love. There's nothing to be proud of being American. And there's nothing to love in being American. I love being American, but there's nothing to love, if you can make sense out of that. So kill me with that fucking American shit and all of that. This is a fucking Freemason experiment set up by the Knights of the Golden Circle, a Freemason project that went and set up the KKK. Y'all talk about the KKK. Nobody mentions Albert Pike and the Knights of the Golden Circle. Y'all talk about the Civil War. Nobody mentions the Knights of the Golden Circle. Nobody mentions the Illuminati. Nobody mentions Freemason. Nobody talks about how all the founding fathers were Freemasons. Because you went to Rockefeller indoctrinated school and they taught you, oh, the founding fathers was good guys and they wrote the Constitution and fucking I pledge allegiance to the flag for which it stands and all that bullshit. And oh, say, can you see? Miss me with that American shit. I'm American when convenient, and everything else, it could go to the fucking trash.
Oh. Now follow that up. And the Black Twitter report. I think we kind of mentioned this earlier. Because I think Starbucks had they put up a pink Stanley cup, right? And they was running in Target fucking.
You said what? Oh, the Stanley Cup stuff. Yeah, I'm seeing that all over my timeline.
Like he exploded this last week, right? Like my daughter got one for Christmas. Anyway, I was thinking about getting one. I was like, I don't know, but nerd. He said he trying to say I got this as a gift. he got a black one too. Yeah, they gave nerd the black cup, right?
I seen nerd post the Stanley Cup. I ain't get it. I don't know what was going on.
Do real niggas have Stanley cups?
I don't know what this trend is. Got this as a gift. Do real niggas have Stanley Cups? All I know is the Stanley Cup got something to do with hockey. That's the trophy you win when you play hockey. And somehow somebody came around and made this expensive ass cup. How much this shit go for? Let's do some research.
It's only $40 or something like that. 50? I don't know. I don't know. I ain't buy it.
Stanley 1913. How long this company been out?
Some people swear by the Yeti joint. I seen Hotep Goldstein. He was in the joint. He swear by his Yeti too.
Yeah, the Yeti was fire. Caesar's $45. I mean, the thing is, like my Yeti, like these things actually work, bro.
Right.
These things actually work. I don't know what kind of metal or, Mzungu magic they got going on, but man, they got one here look like some alcohol. Oh no, that's like a canteen. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, legendary classic canteen. And there go the flask.
I don't know. I would say yeah. I mean, real niggas can get. I mean, niggas is always trendy, right? So niggas hopped on. You remember, motherfuckers was rock. They dropped them big ass red fucking sorry. The board game fucking boots and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Those big red joints. Niggas was rocking them. You can't rock a Stanley Cup to drink some water. Niggas need to drink some more water. I'm all for niggas drinking water, getting hydrated, getting healthy. Water is an essential. Put them sodas down. Put that cognac down. You know what I mean? Put the white man liquor down. I'm all for it. So yes, I vote yes. Niggas can have Stanley's cups. I'm gonna get me one, man. I gotta wait for get a right color, man. I might get a camo green or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I can get the black one. I already got a black water bottle. I'll lose that John.
This is him. Okay, yeah, this is him.
Who?
William Stanley. I'm trying to find the founder because it said of 1913. He was a physician.
Okay.
Interesting. From Brooklyn, New York. Graduated from Yale. Stanley Bottle Company.
Okay.
Got a bunch of
Look
patents.
at that white man. That's a white man's white man. You know what I mean? Inventing things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what we need to do. But that's what black folks need to do. Niggas can't make no bottles. Niggas gonna start making bottles. As soon as something get hot, man, niggas is coming with the shit. Well, watch.
Is this him?
The first black-owned water bottle.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. The first black-owned water bottle.
The first black-owned water bottle company. Keep your Hennessy cold. Keep your Casamigos cold.
You can't do it because you too busy thinking niggas can't read 3,000 books in a year. You need 3,000. You need to read 3,000 books in a year at the age of 8 to invent some cups.
Oh yeah.
How you gonna invent some shit when you ain't reading? And then you got so Claudine Gay, Harvard, had to resign, all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Everybody mad at the wrong shit. I'm trying to figure out why this motherfucker went to school to study the Voting Rights Act. This is what the fuck we doing? You went to school all them years. You went to Exeter, I don't know, some privileged ass private school in high school. Then you end up at Harvard and you study fucking how to vote in the Mzungu system and call yourself black and a black activist? No, nigga, invent a cup, motherfucker. We dying out here. You worry about some social justice. What you need is some power. You need some capital. You need some inventions. You need some patents. You need some intellectual property. And you going up here to learn about how the white man did you wrong. Niggas is experts in how the white man did them wrong, can't figure out how to get the black man right.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Fuck's going on out here? That's what I'm mad about. That you got a brilliant black mind studying some bullshit. I don't give a fuck she plagiarized. Shit, Thomas Edison didn't invent shit. But the motherfucker's well known now. Because he was into manufacturing and inventions and shit. Get your intellectual property, black people. We ain't going to school to fucking study how the white man kicked your ass. What kind of shit is that? I'm going to be an expert in how the white man kicked my ass. Can't invent shit. Can't put a cup together. Can't keep water cold. Got the Hennessy, can't keep the Hennessy cold.
Yeah. Let me read the super chats, then we'll get back. We'll start with Claudine and these other topics. Thanks, Nerd, for the Black Twitter Report. Appreciate it. We still need an intro for Black Twitter Report. Somebody do something up.
Where's Sean at? Sean Coakley usually good at that. Sean, cook something up for Black Twitter, please, man.
Big Poppy, Happy New Year to y'all and everyone. Since this is the closest episode to Juneteenth, it's only a privilege to play the epic rant of Uncle Hotep. Also, HA, until when you'll sell the Grifties tickets?
Till they sell out.
When is the Grift?
March 9th. Same day that the greatest MC died.
Okay.
March 9th. VIP tickets are sold out.
Where are we having it? Jersey.
The Dojo of Comedy.
Is there a WhatsApp or something I'm missing or something like that? Are you?
I posted it in the group chat.
Okay. I'll have to look at
it. You don't check the group chat.
Nah, sometimes, man, like I like try to be in and out of Twitter, man, sometimes.
Yeah.
And like
I'm
sometimes
with you. I'm the same way.
And then like for the show, like sometimes I just want to be fresh on the topics. Like I want to get a take on it. Like sometimes I don't want to spoil my initial thoughts on something. Sometimes I think sometimes my initial thoughts are best. Yeah, March 9th. Okay. Derek Jenkins, are you guys going to cover Cat Williams dropping dime on black Hollywood comedians? The Weinstein bend over booty clubs. That's one thing we didn't mention on Cat Williams that he said Harvey Weinstein had offered to suck my dick. And then Shannon was like, "Oh my god!" Then he's like, to be in a movie, and I said I turned her down. I said nah, which was just hilarious. Right? Then he gets to the shit. I thought I thought I was the only black person on the movie. He gets to the movie set. There's 3 other black folks. He's wondering what they did to get on the movie.
You know what they was doing. Thank you. How was practice?
Did Gino Eddie make homophobia great again? You guys are terrible. Retro Neon, don't worry, Unc. I sent this full $20 super chat on the Grift report yesterday. He got mad at me.
Yo, listen. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna cuss y'all out and take y'all donations. I got anger management issues. Leave me alone, okay?
Derek Jenkins, I grew up as a Jehovah Witness up until I was 19-year-old. You can view them as fundamental Christian who view secular society as corrupt. And yes, they read a lot. Prison, it's arguable.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, they read.
Retro Nia, Kevin got buck broke by Samoan and Steel. Dark Knight Dev. Uncle, you gotta be careful, HJ. Cat told y'all they always get you a light-skinned wife who don't talk as a part of the ritual. Yo.
Listen, I already know I'm getting cooked for my light-skinned woman. I already know. As soon as that picture hit the internet, he got one of them light brights. Look, listen, nigga. I'm a product of America, man. That's what they sold me. They told me how to get me a light-skinned girl. That's what I went and did.
Yeah, part of Cat Williams was like he can He said there's at least 7 that they have. He said a weird face, light skinned wife that don't talk to the camera, that don't do interviews. And you know how niggas on Twitter is. They fucking went down the line and posted everybody's wife on. I'm like, Jesus.
They brought up all the light-skinned wives.
Yeah.
Said they all look alike.
I don't know. It's he even said Luda was in. He said him and Luda got offered the same $50 million deal. I mean, what, 10, 20 movies, 50 million? Or 10 movies, 20? I might have got the numbers mixed up. I
think it was 50. 10 movies.
10 million, 10 movies, $50 million. It was something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next thing you know, you got one of them weird looking wives. I look at his wife. I mean, she's from Gabonese or Gabon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think Shannon, like he was like, or was it 200 mil? I might have 20 movies, 200 mil. I think it might have been. Then Shannon was like, I might get me one. And he tried to catch himself because he was actually agreeing with the diss on Luda's wife. That's what.
Yo, Shannon had to catch himself a couple of times in that interview. Like, hold up, what am I co-signing here?
I know, I seen it. Like he tried to, because he laughed. Then he was like,
that interview was a landmine. I gotta give Shannon props, man, because he almost stepped on a couple of them mines.
Jason Rose, Cat Williams will get a letter from the IRS soon.
Yeah, probably.
You know, I also see on the timeline a lot of comedians that work with Cat Williams, like that open up for him. They all have the same story. They said like Cat will call them back to like after the set was done and after the show was over, give him like a paper bag full of money or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the comedians I read one story. They said the pay was $700, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was in his car. Cat threw the bag in his car. Man, hey man, thanks. The guy drives off. He takes the money out of his hand. He didn't want to count in front of Cat, so he's like, Cat got it. Cat's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to a restaurant, the diner to pay. He open up the bag. It's $2,500 in. When he's supposed to only getting $700. There was plenty of. I'm telling you, I've seen at least 3 comedians say the same thing. Like, he broke me off when I wasn't making enough.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing I'll say is, Cat take care of you, but Kevin does too.
Yeah.
Kevin looks out.
Yeah.
I watched a nigga that I fucked with work with Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin's like, yo, if you putting in work, I'll check you out. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I was suspect. But Kevin looks out too. So I just want to put that out there. Kevin's not like one of those people who's a gatekeeper. Like he gives everybody a fair shot.
Right. Yeah, that gate, I mean, Kevin just want to look out for his people. Like, and that's what everybody's going to do at the end of the day. But I don't know. I guess he put Tiffany Haddish on for what reason, I don't know. But anyway, Mike has bad knees. I've had Facebook show me ads of things I never searched for, but if things were being talked about in the room that I was in, that's true too.
Yeah, it's listening.
Might have been somebody else.
Yeah, it's listening. If you don't turn that feature off, you gotta go on Facebook and tell them to turn the feature off. Otherwise, Facebook's listening to you through the phone. The apps stay logged in, listening to you and logging your conversations.
Descendant of Loki, 20 gifted subs. Troublemaker Jonah, third world don't respect you because Bush Senior. The 86 Soviet Education Treaty, Bush took office after he had Reagan shot 2 months in and had 3 terms.
Troublemaker Jonah, there you go.
Of all the conspiracy theories, that's the one I'm sure of. What? I knew exactly what happened with that.
What?
Hinckley. They brainwashed Hinckley Jr. Bush and Hinckley's dad were buddies.
Mm-hmm.
They brainwashed Hinckley Jr. to do Reagan in. He can't shoot. I guess he just the luck of the shot doesn't do Reagan in. They send Hinckley to goddamn Funny Farm, and I think he's out. I think they let. I'm pretty sure they let him out. But that's one conspiracy theory I firmly believe. Like they treadstone Hinckley to do that, and Bush was running the show the whole time. They wanted to get Bush in there.
Yeah.
Jabari, it was a government experiment with rats that created housing projects. They noticed when the rat was spread out, they got along. But when you stack the rats on top of each other, they became violent and cannibals. Housing project.
Who's that? Jabari's there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the housing project. There you go. This is another rat experiment. He nailed it.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Troublemaker Jonah, can we talk about Mohammed Hamdan Diallo back from the dead meeting with other nations, not the U.S. or China, both the banking cabal sanctioned? I don't even know anything about that. Thank you for the donation. Troublemaker Jonah, the Spider's Web, Britain's Second Empire on YouTube. Troublemaker Jonah, migrants in your McDonald's.
Migrants in your McDonald's. That's facts. You know they're in Jersey now, right?
Oh, the migrants? They sent some your way?
They dropped some off. You know what they did? They fucked up though, right?
What?
They dropped them off in the Indian town.
Oh.
Where they got an Indian mayor.
Oh, shit.
And I seen him on the news because I'm at the gym, right? And the gym plays the New Jersey News Channel. So I'm watching the New Jersey News Channel. I look up and they talk about migrants, and I'm like, wait, this is the new? And I'm looking at, this is the New Jersey News. I'm like, they drop off migrants in New Jersey. I said, oh shit. And I'm reading the closed caption, and the mayor's basically saying, yo, them motherfuckers can't come here. You know, this ain't the white folks or the niggas like, Mayor Eric Adams and all of that. Them Indians, listen, them Indians is not fucking playing. They said these migrants cannot come here. And the mayor stood 10 toes down on that shit. If political Twitter found wind of that shit would have been viral. I was crying in the gym. Like, yo, this nigga just said no to the migrants. But you can't say nothing. You can't call him a white supremacist. You can't call him a Trump supporter. And he got the backing of his entire community. Right.
They ain't going to go for that.
No. All them Indians, they run the town. It's like 70% Indians in that town. They're going to tell the United States government, you can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
It was NJ12. Yeah, that's the channel. That's the channel, Jabari. NJ12, that one. He said AJ eating Tanzanian yam cookies. Nigga, this is Sean food, nigga. You can't. This is how I know you niggas is not on point. Who recognized it? Holding my nuts. Pause. He said AJ eating a Popeyes biscuit. See?
Oh, this a real Hotep.
He know. He know.
Jason Jan Teeth is Saturday. What y'all cooking?
I might do a special Jan Teeth stream. That sounds like good grifting.
Yeah. Troublemaker Jr. I don't know. I might not do anything. I think it might snow. So, I might get a snow. Bush Jr. gave a presidential award to Hinckley. Justine, thank you for $10 donation. Okay. A couple other things I wanted to cover. They had a school shooting today. I think one person passed. I think there might be somebody else in critical condition. Which was it was in Iowa, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. I was like, I heard it. I seen Lookner streaming, and when Lookner gets on something, I'm like, oh, here come this grifting ass motherfucker. I know it must be something serious, right? I look at it, I'm like, oh, there was a school shoot. I was like, right after the day after the list drop, right?
Conveniently.
Like, yeah, oh, here we go. This
You should have known it was
right?
gonna be a shooting.
Then I look on timeline. I see Alex Stein on the scene. I'm like, what the? I all this shit go in my head. I'm like, come on, man. Is he the part of the Illuminati? How the hell you know? Then now I just realized Iowa caucus is next 2 weeks?
Yep,
So
right
I
around
guess
the
he's
corner.
out there early, talking to people. Yeah, I was, I don't know, it ain't much the same, man. It's just like, it seemed these events happen when, then people need it, but I just hate to say, don't really talk about it. You know what I mean? I want to talk about the victims. I hate to go, that was their first day back from break, right? And, they start getting popped on and stuff like that. It's a damn shame. And I guess the guy, I hear conflicting reports that he was streaming on TikTok and there was a video out there. I didn't see it. That
He wasn't streaming. They were just pulling up his TikTok account.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he was streaming.
All right. Yeah, I was about to say, because I think he needs a certain amount of followers to stream on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he uploaded a video, say, here, it's time to go or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a shame, man. It's like shame innocent people gotta die and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. 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 Politics as usual. You got the election year, get low. Caucus around the corner, get low. Epstein files dropping, get low. So I'm a little bit upset that I didn't go to my timeline and just tweet. I guess we're expecting a shooting tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
That's low hanging fruit.
Right.
They're not even trying anymore.
No, they're not. They're really not. That's not even trying. Used to come out of clear blue and shit like that, but now it's like there's so much shit to like. There's a lot of shit going on. Like a lot of people talking about distractions and shit. Like there's a lot of shit going on. The Trump voting stuff, that really didn't get talked about. I think didn't he release a summary of where he said they jammed him up, like they was diebolding the votes or some shit like that. Then they having this fake debate of whether to put him on the ballot. Certain states still got the war going on. Then they want to drop this Epstein stuff on us.
And don't forget they bombed Iran or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Was Iran they bombed? Who they bombed?
Man, they found like 3 people. Iraq got bombed today, right? It was Iraq, Lebanon. I swear. I want to say, I know Iraq got bombed today.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know who did it. Because Lebanon got bombed. They said Bibi and them did it, but Bibi and them, they're like unofficial. They're like, nah, we ain't claiming. But the U.S. said Bibi and them did it.
All right, so we know the U.S. did it. Next.
Iran got bombed? Iran did get bombed. Because that ceremony, right? They had a ceremony for that guy, that General Suleiman that died, that got assassinated it was a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
So they had a big procession, like there was a funeral procession, like a memorial march or whatever, how you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Roadside bomb. They put somebody playing some bombs and it blew up like 50 some people or something like that. That's terrible, man. That's crazy. That's low down. I'm sorry. That's low. These motherfuckers got nothing to do with nothing, right? You know what I mean? And they just want to pay respect to their fallen soldier. Bomb them too.
Y'all having a funeral? Gonna need to dig a couple more holes. Hope y'all brought some extra coffins. We can handle this all in one day. It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Yeah, so that all just happened over the last couple days, and then
Somaliland and Ethiopia got beef.
oh, yeah, I got to talk to my man Mukhtar.
Yeah,
the Somali Zionist.
Mook was talking about that. Yeah,
He I'm gonna interview him. Mukhtar, we gotta get together. He want to talk about it.
Okay.
So I guess
that.
So wait. Let me get this straight. Ethiopia is going to recognize Somaliland? Is that, or you got it wrong? I got it backwards.
I don't fucking know what's going on. I'm an American. America first.
Hold up, man.
I'm such a hypocrite.
All that fucking shit you was talking earlier, Rick. Come the hell on, man.
I talk hella shit.
Wait. Jamar, you know about it? Hold on. I was reading it. There was somebody I followed or still on my timeline that was talking about it. Hold on, let me just Google it up because what are the three countries involved? Hold on. It's Ethiopia, right? It's Ethiopia, Somalia, right?
Somalia, yeah. King Grifter.
Okay. Somalia, Ethiopia, and Somalia land.
Yeah.
Ethiopia is making an agreement with Somalia land.
Mm.
And I guess Somalia is wants to reject that deal. And I guess this is going to give Ethiopia some access to water, you know what I mean? To the ports and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's mega important. Like, what? Hold on. Look at the map, man. Oh, I guess Ethiopia is landlocked. Hold on.
Let's pull up the Africa map. See what we got here. Let's pull this one up. This is fine.
Yeah, they're landlocked. Oh, that would mean everything in the world. This makes perfect sense.
All right, so we're talking about. All right, so we have Somalia, Ethiopia. What the hell is Somaliland?
Somaliland is going to be that, I guess, northeast.
So I guess they're annexing some territory.
Well, they're going to recognize that group as,
because they got a king and everything.
Right. So then they're gonna parlay through them, and then they're gonna get access to the port, to the ocean, to the Gulf.
Oh, I got you.
Now, like, riddle me this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the white man did the white man divvy up these countries?
Yeah.
Or so can you blame Ethiopia for doing this, pulling this move, or
no? All of this stuff is fucking the product of European colonization. This whole, turning Africa into a puzzle. This is all Mzungu shit. All this is Mzungu shit. North Africa, that's all the Arab. All right? That's the Arab, Muslim Arab. They got all of North Africa. The white man got the bottom half. Okay? And that's between the Dutch and the Germans are over here on the East Africa. The Dutch and the Germans got East Africa. I think the French is over here on West Africa. The English got South Africa. And who else got South Africa? Another white man got a piece of South Africa as well. But this is all Mzungu doing. It's all European colonization. This is the divvying up, But the Arab got some of this Ethiopia and Somalia stuff too, though. Because there's a heavy Muslim presence in these areas. Heavy Muslim presence. So this is definitely the work of the Arab too.
Pop-up Hotep, Ethiopia wants access to the water and gave a piece of that land to Eritrea. The early part of the peace talks after the war. Noto says Somaliland doesn't have recognized statehood. The entire Somalia will go to war with Somaliland and Ethiopia. But having said that, Somalis will unite against the Ethiopians eventually.
Belgium got Congo, Portuguese, Spanish, yeah.
The Dutch.
He said the U.S., Roscoe said the U.S., China, and Russia are fighting over Ethiopia to the east. Yeah. Ethiopia was the only African country that wasn't colonized. That's true. Although this shit's colonized. Technically, what you're saying is they haven't had an Independence Day, right? Because there was never an official takeover of their government. It's definitely going to take over their fucking assets, though.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm running the state, you hate to say it, but they got to get a piece of that land. They got to get a piece of the ocean. That means, like, I hate to have it go through war and shit like that, but, that could set up your country for generations, I can see the play. I would hope they would just come to an agreement somewhere, because there's enough there. You could just give them, like, I don't know how many miles, maybe give them 50 miles of that coast or 40 miles of that coast. That should be enough, for make a nice port. But hey,
look, if I'm Ethiopia, nigga, get low. You better move around, nigga. I need a piece of that water.
But on the other hand, if I'm Somalian, do I give that up?
And if I'm Somalia, you ain't touching this shit.
I mean, it'd be at a heavy price, though.
We're going to have to go to war.
I mean, is it worth losing the men or tax every, like, y'all? I would say, like, hear me out. I would, like, y'all give this little piece of coast every $1 million, every trade.
Oh, you want a tariff and tax?
Yeah. We want a piece of that for the next 100 years.
Yeah, but that's what you fighting over. Like, you're going to come to the negotiation table over that, but you're still going to have to spill blood to have that negotiation.
So you got to fight it first.
They got to fight first and then negotiate afterwards. Just like Bumpy Johnson and the Italian mob. We going to fight. We going to have a shootout. Some niggas going to die. Then I'm going to come to the table. And we going to figure out how we going to move forward. But blood going to get shed.
Right. Because you might not have to give up anything,
There you go. You might not have to give up anything. But, depending on how the war goes determines how much you give up. And negotiation power, right? Because you can't even really begin to negotiate unless you see how much negotiation power you got.
Right.
And we're going to find out when you bring them tanks out. And then I'm going to have more negotiation power. And then, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to somebody nose going to get bloody.
Yeah. But, and now just looking at this map, this is right across from Yemen. Like, I don't know if Glow Niggas is involved. What if shit spill here? Shit already gonna spill in Yemen. Like, this whole, we might get that regional war they've been talking about. I hope not, but it's dangerous times. I mean, somebody said this is the Mamba year. 2020, in 2024, Kobe's number was, 24, but it's the Mamba year. You know what I mean? So this might be some fucking crazy shit this year.
Oh, we definitely had some crazy shit.
All right, let's double back to Epstein. I don't know, it's nothing but like
Yeah.
earlier. It's like it's people was waiting for this shit. Nothing. I saw nothing that we didn't already know before. Like anybody that spent some time looking at any of this stuff knew everything that quote unquote was released. Then they was trying to like, oh, Trump's exonerated. I'm like, fuck, exonerated from what?
Mm.
What do you mean he wasn't on fucking trial? Like, what are you talking about?
Mm.
Like they were all hanging over this head that he was with Epstein and shit like that. It was a letdown, I guess. I mean, I really want to expect nothing. It's like these people are. To me, I think the motherfucker's still alive, but that's just on me.
Well, you got common sense, so.
Like I wasn't like, but the whole reactions and shit like that, like the calendar gate was a bigger story than that shit. Calendar gate's still going on. They still on fucking Bryce's top. Paul.
Yeah, that was definitely a bigger story.
What did one of Tim Cass like a girl said, as Bryson, you got a dad.
Nigga.
You know,
Yeah. I saw that shit at the gym this morning, yo. I was on a treadmill, almost fell over. I said, what this bitch is saying?
I couldn't believe that. She was like, you got a dad? And they was like, what the fuck is this? Like, she asked me, does he have a dad? I'm like, oh.
She went full alt-right.
So I'm like, that's not even like it. You know damn well if anybody has that opinion that Bryson is having about this whole modesty thing, you know damn well they got a dad. This is where you don't even know people. If he was on this like, oh, take it off and shit like that, then you be like, he might not have one. You know what I mean? Like you got to know the person. Like I don't know why was she even? I don't know why. I don't like. This whole thing is wild to me. This modesty thing, and like it's like I'm trapped in bizarro world. Like he's not asking for nothing. He's just being a quote unquote real Christian, not a TD Jakes. It's like we're so used to TD Jakes. Like this motherfucker come around and say this shit, we're fucking shocked.
Yeah.
I want to argue and up him down. Everybody was trying to get a piece of him. Pause. Having debates again. It was on Blaze Media, wasn't it?
Yeah, Alex Starr. Alex Starr hosted it was funny because she didn't agree to debate. So first they interviewed Bryson, then they brought her on. But the producer was real slick where he left Bryson like waiting on Skype. Okay. And then at towards the end of her interview, he just threw Bryson on the screen. Right?
For real?
Yeah. Yeah. It was some real slimy shit the producer did. I see what he did. Anything for content. But that shit was grifty as hell. So he threw Bryson on the screen and she was heading out. And on the way out, she threw a shot at Bryson. Bryson hadn't said nothing. He was just put up on the screen. She threw a shot at Bryson. And he responded in kind. He threw a shot back. And then that's when she said, did you have a dad? And I was like, oh, shit. This bitch hang out with Nick Fuentes. She a Groyper. That was wild. I didn't get anything until I saw that. Then I'm like, oh, that's what type of white woman she is. Oh, nasty work.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather like you're getting to know people. Like, I think I think most times you can tell who had like a bigger influence in a person's life, or if they didn't have a lot of male influence, or they had too much male influence, or too much female influence for a male, or something like that. You can probably tell by talking to them. But to come out and say that, like that's just said. He came out and said that as an insult and stuff like that. Like if you knew it, like I mean, we both interviewed him. I mean, he talked about it, his parents and stuff like that. He's been on fucking like what's Vice did a fucking story on the guy, and his parents was all there. You know, it's like she obviously sent that as a dig, but that's fucking corny. I mean, like even if it like, and you know, I know everybody hate Pearly things, but she was like, man, like even if he did, like, why would you say that? So now you're insulting him for something that was out of his control. You know, that was just weird to me.
It was low. It was low. It was low. It was super low. And I mean, I laugh, but
it's funny, but it's like, wow.
It's like, damn, bitch, you mad. You mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, but you know, I told Bryson, you know, I told him today, I said, should have just asked her, you know, where's your husband? I want to speak to your husband, like he said in the song.
Right.
That's what he should have did, and left it at that. But again, you know, it was kind of cool, I guess, because we got to see who she really was. We got to see her true colors.
Mike has bad knees. She's just a Karen. She took the Karen route.
Yeah, it was definitely a Karen move. Shout out to Descendant of Loki. He dropped 20 of the memberships. Hey, Loki, be selective with them too when you give them out too. Don't just give them to anybody. You know what I'm saying? When you can.
Retro Nan, ever noticed all these shooters don't work out? I'm sorry, but if they are a bully student with mental issues, go lift and learn how to fight. I would be love to see what meds they'd be taking. That's what I really want to see. You probably get all your clues from right there. Jason Rose, who you got your money on for the identity of Doe 107? Is the female in Hollywood, politics, or business? Oh, from the Epstein papers. It could be anybody. It's a female though.
It was Jane Doe was definitely a female. There was a couple of names in there that were redacted.
Didn't Naomi Campbell's put out a statement today or something?
Did she?
I'm pretty sure. Because I think they was at a party. Something happened at Naomi Campbell's house or a party or something like that. I think it might have been with Andrew or something like that. I thought I read. But I thought somebody put out a video where she put out a statement saying this is a mischaracterization or some shit like that. I don't think anybody really said anything about Naomi because they were initially saying that was who was trying to postpone the fucking release. Oh, never mind. I think it's an old video. Somebody fucking was drifting. I hate these people.
Some old shit.
Yeah, I don't know, Jason Red. Troublemaker Jonah. USA did a raid on 100 Soleimani, Red Rum, all the ISIS US. Yeah, because there probably had to have been some contracted work. Because that was definitely in-house roadside bomb type stuff. And then Troublemaker Jonah Mohammed Hamdan Dalago, Sudan came back from the dead and went to upgrade. You went to Uganda, Ethiopia, and others, not cabal sanctioned. Well, all right then. There was one more other thing I wanted to say, talk about.
Claudine Gay?
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about Claudine? Oh yeah, let's talk about Claudine. We gotta talk about Claudine. Can we talk about it? Man. These people want me to suspend belief They want me to think that a multi-billion-dollar industry that is Harvard University, like had that, you would say they were like $1 billion, right, or something like that. They work, you know what I mean? Like, it's a business. College is a business. You mean to tell me this $1 billion industry, whatever business, hired this black woman, knowing without doing the due diligence on her term papers and all this other stuff, didn't research it or anything, and come to find out, some Twitter sleuths, some fucking found out all this shit, sent a New York Post, and here we go. My theory is Harvard hired her, and like they do a lot of people, you know, in the important roles, they got to have a back door on them. Pause. Like, if you ain't doing with, like, hey, important stuff, man, we want you to do what you're told, Negro.
Right.
You know what you're told. I would have to bet Harvard wrote those papers. Gave it to some goddamn interns, like, yo, write this up for Claudine. This is gonna be our new I mean, this will take time. Because you know, it's like, I'll tell you a story. When I was in while I was working at the jail, there was this light-skinned lieutenant, right? Black dude, right? I think he had a college degree and shit like that. This was the years before I fucking quit. This is before I quit. I heard some of these talking, yeah, they're gonna be, he's gonna be a fast-tracked award, right? I quit. I ain't paying no mind. I don't remember anything. I fucking they had a fucking riot just 2 years ago. The COs died down in Smyrna and shit. Who was the warden? That black man they said that was going to be the warden one day, right? Put Claudine Gay shoes. You don't think they don't got candidates like, hey, in a couple of years, you might be Harvard president. This is big boy shit. This ain't fucking going to McDonald's and fucking apply and shit. She just applied, the job opened up. They know for years who they want to put in these positions.
Facts.
You niggas act like she went down to McDonald's or Wendy's and filled out her application and lied on it. Nigga, please. They had this shit set up for years.
Yeah.
Now, when she said, when she was supposed to do something and she was like, nah, like, she thought she had a fucking job and not a mouthpiece. I was like, oh, really, Claudine? Call New York Post and fix her black ass. And that's what they fucking did. I'm seeing all these arguments about DEI and all this other shit. We have to stop it. Your boy fucking that cue ball head white dude, what the fuck is his name? Scott Adams, talking about DEI's existential threat to America.
Yeah.
Nigga, please. What you talking about? College has been fucked, but way before DEI even was fucking created. Before it was even a fucking thought in Soros's nutsack. Colleges have been fucked.
Yep.
They give y'all a new bogeyman every couple months, and y'all just take the bait and run with this shit. Oh, it's the China. They give you the Chinese, the Iranians, the fucking DEI, the fucking woke crowd. Like, shut the fuck up. Y'all never look at big business.
Ever.
When they put Trump in so they can roll out that CBDC or shit, what the fuck y'all gonna do then?
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Y'all gonna be caught with your pants down talking about, oh, we stopped the woke shit. Now everybody getting a fucking check and the shit. This is how dumb these motherfuckers are. That's why I don't be hardly trying to be on Twitter, man. Like, I'm trying to say some shit, man. Like, man, you guys are fucking idiots, man.
That's my point, yo. These motherfuckers is so stupid. You don't even be inspired to tweet, yo. What Jesus say? Don't cast pearls to swine. It don't even make sense to tweet because these niggas are stupid.
They dumb, man.
Like talking to a wall. Then you the one come on the timeline, tell them the shit, and then now they talking about, oh, you the agenda. You woke. Oh, I'm woke. Because you want to talk about chicks with dicks. But I'm the woke one. Motherfuckers is dumb. That'd be my thing. I'm going to tell you something. And I tell people this every so often. People say to me, they say, Hotep Jesus, you say you love to read. I do not like to read. You know what my greatest inspiration to read is? Twitter. I be on Twitter and see a dumb motherfucker and be so scared to look like them that I gotta open up a book and I gotta read 30 pages right away. Twitter inspires me to read because I don't want to be like these dumb motherfuckers. Just uninformed and stupid. If it wasn't for Twitter, I don't even think I'd be reading books like I do. Not like I do, I'd be reading them because I've always been that type of person, but you know, I just had that thirst for knowledge. I had a thirst for knowledge, but I didn't like reading. I think there's a difference, right? Like you want to know some shit, but you really don't like reading. My thirst for knowledge overrid me not wanting to read. Now let's take a look at Claudine Gay's background really fast before we go to Canon Hotep. Canon Hotep got the official after party. We going there right after this. So first of all, she a tether. Did you see that?
No, is she?
She come from Haitian immigrants. Shout out to Jabari. Okay. Now, what do you think were the majors for her parents when her parents went to school? What do you think kind of business they was in, knowing that her parents are immigrants? Educated immigrants.
Oh, they was educated?
Educated immigrants. What do you think they studied?
One was one a doctor or something like that?
Close enough, nurse. What's the other one?
Oh, I thought I read this. Nurse and professor? What was one a professor?
Engineer.
No? Engineer. Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right.
Right?
That's it.
Technical sciences. Getting right to the bag. Now, they sent her black ass to school, right? So she went to school. She attended Princeton University for 1 year, transferred to Stanford, and she studied economics.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know her parents wasn't about to pay for no damn bullshit-ass sociology degree.
Right.
You gonna go to school, you gonna learn some real shit. Okay? She goes and gets a degree in in economics. Now, look at what she receives an award for. She receives the Anna Laura Myers Prize for Best Undergraduate Thesis in Economics. But she goes back for her PhD in 1998 from Harvard and won Best Dissertation in Political Science. Right? Now, she goes from economics to political science, where she ends up in the Center for Advanced Study in Behavioral Sciences. What does she do? Gay's research addresses American political behavior, including voter turnout, housing policy, the politics of race and identity. Now look at the next sentence is exactly what you said. She was recruited by Harvard to be a professor. Recruited. That means they looked for her. Isn't that what you said, huh?
Yeah.
You was right on point. They recruited her. She didn't apply. They recruited her and was appointed professor of African American Studies in 2007. And then her career takes off from there. So here's a brilliant mind that starts off in nursing, engineering, and economics and ends up in, just talk about nigga shit for us. I want you to go out there and be a fucking, what do you call it? A political activist, social activist, social worker, or some shit like that. This is what they do.
07, she's been on the fast track to be a big boy at Harvard.
Yep.
07.
They said, let's get her ready. Let's get her credentials up so she'll be respected, so she'll be qualified for the position when we need her to. And she probably was in a class of others. It was probably like 5 of them they recruited. And then they sit back, they watch, And they go, oh, no, this one's passionate about this shit. She likes this African American shit. Let's get her. Let's make her and run the agenda through her. Till she got up in Congress and started acting like an uppity Negro. And that's when the show closed.
I mean, she's still landing on her feet. They still got, like, she's still getting a $900,000 a year. They ain't firing her.
Oh,
she's still gonna be a professor.
She's still getting paid. Yep.
She gonna write a book.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I bet you she'll be on MSNBC in a couple years.
Listen, they gonna wash her off and put her back out there.
Yeah. They ain't done with her yet.
No. You think they recruited her ass just to dump her forever? No. They gonna rinse her ass off, teach her a lesson, give her a little smack on the ass, and then send her ass back out there. Once a slave, always a slave.
All because she wouldn't denounce certain things on campus, and these motherfuckers cheering the shit. I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you what, that was a mistake by her. That was a mistake. If it was me, I'd have been like, yo, y'all gotta clean this shit the fuck up. All this protesting shit, go to class. This is Harvard, motherfucker. You ain't come here to be fucking activists. Get your ass in fucking class.
Definitely. She definitely should have did that. You know, she definitely should have did that. Like, should have said, nah, y'all got to chill out. I mean, I know protesting and stuff might be part of the college experience or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? Calling for fucking people to be dead and all this other shit, man. Get that shit the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. We got other shit to worry about. You know, just last week it was Black Lives Matter. Now it's Palestinian Lives Matter. You niggas is confused. Go to fucking class. You know what I'm saying?
And it can be done too. Philly hired got a new mayor, black female mayor.
Mm-hmm.
She got a new police chief, light-skinned brother. Now, you know Kensington is like open air drug market.
Oh, well.
Oh, no. We're going to shut this shit down.
What happened?
Last mayor, white mayor, they didn't want to do nothing. They was like, no. Sister came in and said, no, we're going to clean this up. That boy said, no, we got to rule law. We're going to get this shit out of here, man. Like, it's been like that for years, man. They're finally going to clean up Kensington. They're going to have a black woman do it.
Ain't nobody going to do it like a black woman.
Yo, she going to tear their asses up. I can't. See, and she dark-skinned too, man. Like, she going to wear their asses out. I swear to God.
Imagine you walk in the courtroom, you see a dark-skinned black woman as the judge. Oh, Lord. Yeah, she gonna wear their asses out.
Yeah. What you got coming up?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm just mind my business and keep doing the Grift Report. I got some special guests coming back on the platform.
Okay.
I'm talking to this attorney. He's gonna come back on the platform in a couple of weeks. But other than that, I ain't got shit, man. We about to go to Cannon.
Hold on, read wait. Troublemaker Jonah, 18 million from Epstein, still pristine. Fuck Haja, she redacted for sure. Don't cover her up. Her cover don't add up. Jabari, what island is DJ Academics and Mayor of New York City from?
Jamaica.
Francisco, Harvard's interim president is the provost, a secular small hat.
Yes, he is.
Strings pulling Harvard's boat back in line for now.
Yeah.
And they got exactly what they wanted.
Right. All five Ivy Leagues got the small hats now. As they should. I ain't got no problem with that. Let the small hats run this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Got no problem with that. She wasn't qualified for position anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think they set her up for failure, but you know, they knew they was gonna break her, man. See, they got this shit like You gotta be slick, man. That's right. Like they had that shit slicked up.
You gotta read the room, man. You got part of reading the room is reading the world. Israel's our greatest ally. Jews are our greatest ally. And niggas just gotta get with the program, man. Stop bitching and shit, man. Leave the fucking people alone, man. This comes back to the whole America shit where everybody want to condemn Israel but love America. Nigga, that's the same shit, motherfucker. You gotta pick one. Either you hate Israel and hate America or you fucking love both. Shout out to Israel. I can't wait to go kiss the wall. Pause.
Yeah, I don't got nothing else, man.
All right, man. I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Monday.
Cannon, you're going to Cannon, right?
Yeah, we going Cannon. Yeah, everybody go to Cannon Hotep's channel, Cannon Hotep, Rumble, YouTube. The channel right here will redirect you after the intro plays, outro plays, whatever. But yeah, I'll see you Monday, man.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Later.
Save the date if you not fake. HJ got a plate and a hot take. They gon' get you moving right. These goofy types and keeping unks goofy tight. Look, let's get it lit like a Lucy, aight? Show the world what we can build when the crew unite. And while these frauds out finessing your protests, I'm in the gulags playing chess with the Hoteps. The Hoteps been told you. Don't sweat, bruh, I ain't gonna hold you. Keep receipts for the things that they told you. Ears to the street, they got secrets to go through. The Hoteps been told you. Don't sweat, bruh, I ain't gonna hold you. Keep receipts for the things that they told you. Ears to the street, they got secrets to go through. Hotep and build, y'all know the deal. We go in for real and ain't got no chill. Teach me how to grip, teach me how to grip. Teach me how to grip, teach me how to grip. Hotep and build, y'all know the deal. We go in for real and ain't got no chill. Teach me how to grip, teach me how to grip. Teach me how to grip, teach me how to grip.